Hey there everyone, Lord Fidget here with another episode of Aether Raids Offense. Today we are back in Astra season, and I had a pretty smooth season for the most part. I did get a real killer of a battle on Saturday, actually. That battle actually makes the cut for a potential third difficult bonus battle showcase. So look forward to that as the battle number 3 for this video. I used Xane as my bonus unit. He basically just existed and punted people around with Smite. That's really all I've got, so let's go ahead and get into today's battles. The first map is a little strange in that I usually don't see this caliber of map on the final day of the season, but I guess the RNG gods saw fit to not have my day start off with pain and itching. This is a prison setup. It's a little more spaced out than a lot of prison setups I see, but nonetheless, it's got a bunch of units all stuck up at the top with only really one way to get out of the wall of structures that the map's designer has placed them in. It's got its fair share of weaknesses, a lot of places where you can pick off the enemy from over walls or just place tanks down and wait. I would say that the most significant of these weaknesses is the 2 squares over here on the left-hand side. That's where you can pick off both Azura and Leif, and then you are essentially just waiting and responding to how the enemy chooses to move. So that should lead to a pretty easy victory. Alrighty, I don't often get to deploy Dragon Wagon this late in the season, but here we go. I'm going to kick things off with Idun. She's going to be able to tank both Azura and Leif. I actually think I need to swap them around here so she can break the breakable block. And then Sothis takes the Black Eagle flag, and a refresh from Plumeria will allow her to march right into range. And then I can smite Xane over and have him bump Plumeria into place, so that Idun can benefit from Drive Attack, Distant Guard, and Flower of Plenty. So, Idun completely shreds Leif here on initiation. Azura should go down similarly. Actually, she's going to take Idun's Aether, which should bring her all the way back up to full HP. And then the rest of the enemies will advance, and basically this battle is just me responding to that. So we'll actually have to see who comes up first here. Okay, so it looks like Leif is coming up next. Idun here should be fine. Let me actually go ahead and refresh Sothis. I wish I could get field buffs onto the Idun, but that's fine. At least I can apply penalties to the Leif. And then I can hit end turn here. Thrasir is not going to be able to reach Idun. Even if she were able to, I question whether she would be able to deal enough damage to finish her off. She is going to get a little bit of healing here from the Aether activation. I don't think Thrasir deals 41 damage. Not to this Idun. Okay, so looks like Est and Thrasir are up next, and interestingly enough, this is actually a good spot to let Sothis take over here. And then I can just hit end turn. She will take out the Est. I'm not sure. Yeah, she doesn't even take any damage. And then Thrasir should advance. There is a trap in front of that's going to be in front of Thrasir, but I figure I can probably just walk Sothis right onto it. If she is able to attack Thrasir and net the KO, then great. Otherwise, she can just deal with her on the enemy phase. There's really no harm in that. All right, looks like that trap was fake. So she will be able to take out Thrasir. And then we'll have to see how I want to go about grabbing the structures. Technically, I don't have to, but I would like to give that a shot if I can. So let me break this tactics room, stop it from bothering Plumeria, and then I guess I need to get Xane over here so he can go to work picking up the Amphora. We'll see if Robin chooses to move down or to the left. Okay, he goes left, probably towards the Plumeria since her defense is absolute garbage. How am I going to get this? I don't think I have any avenue to get to that next turn. Nuts. Okay, well I guess I'll just break the armory. That's fine. Then I can go ahead and I think I'll just have Idun take the fountain. I'm very confident that she's able to one-shot the Robin, so that should be okay. Robin should continue moving over to the left. He does. That's perfectly fine. Let's take a look. Yep, that's a one-shot. So I can go ahead and take this out in preparation to finish this off next turn. Again, if that bolt trap had been real, wouldn't have even mattered. Idun still one-shots. So now I can grab the Aether Raids here and finish the job.
Come on! Come on! Let's play outside!
Unfortunately for today's second map, I did forget to take the usual video where I show the enemy's skills, so you're going to have to live with this image. I do apologize for that. I mean, I guess there's really you're not really missing out on a whole lot. It's a very standard cav line setup. Cav line maps, I'm honestly considering not showing most cav lines on this series anymore, just because their weaknesses are really mostly the same. Just have some backline space open and have multiple units available to tank the initial assault, which will make the rest of the map much easier. And as you can see, I'm planning to do that with the Claude raiding party here, so let's just go ahead and get into my approach. This map is a job for the Claude raiding party. I'm going to take a two-tank approach. This team technically is a single-tank team, but Lucina on the backline automatically makes Altina a decent fighter, so I'm going to take full advantage of that. She's going to be able to tank Mia on the enemy phase, I think. I kind of just took this team in here. I didn't run any numbers. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. Oh, it very nearly did. Mia hits Altina with a 37, allowing her to survive just barely on 1 HP. I was supposed to break the block in front of Altina. I'm not sure. I dropped the ball on that one. The idea was that I would be able to, I wanted to attack Nana, but looks like she broke the block for me. That's cool. Unfortunately, Claude cannot one-round the Veronica, but that should be okay. His special activation should seal the deal, since she doesn't reset it. She's got her Flintskjalf weapon equipped, so it's fine. Altina can take down Nana. Thank you again for breaking that block for me. And a refresh from Plumeria ought to allow him to finish the job. He'll end up with a lot of actually full HP, since he will heal off of activated Luna. And I think I'll actually have Lucina go over here to back up Altina in case Mirabilis starts going to the right, is what I was going to say, but it looks like that's a bit of a moot point since she's not going that direction. I think I can go ahead and break the block and then give Claude a refresh so he can take out the Aether Raids. He'll be able to deal with Mirabilis on the enemy phase, and then I can have Altina in position to take the fountain on the next turn. I believe, actually, that I should be able to... I'll say, so Duma moves over to the right. I was kind of expecting that. So if I smite you here and then refresh... Is that a one-shot with the Luna? Yes, it is. Okay, sweet. Altina can do this, and Claude will finish the job.
Take your final bow.
Alright, I mentioned on the introduction to the last Aether Raids Offense video that I am planning on returning the series to its usual two-battle format with a third battle as a bonus if I found something that was like incredibly hard, and this map certainly fits that bill. We've got heavy investment, max merges on everyone but Leaf, and a lot of premium skills thrown around. It's an infantry pulse setup, and I actually really like how, or I both like and hate how kind of cancerous it is here with the powerful specials, and of course Bramimon is very difficult to kill with that instant miracle. It's definitely a job for Pulse Smoke and a powerful 2-range tank. I will note that probably the closest thing it has to a weakness is the fact that Leaf has an assist, which means that refreshers do move before him, which is a property of this map that I certainly capitalized on in my own attempt, which I will go ahead and get into now. I'm going to send in the Brunia team for this monster of a map. It's a very, I have to do some pretty strict positioning here to kick things off. I want to test the heavy trap on turn 2, and then set up Altina to go up along the right-hand side to to take out the duo's hindrance structure. Fortunately, that structure is relatively unprotected, as long as you have a nice melee flyer to go up and go over the lava pond to go get it. So I can go ahead and refresh Altina, give her a quick smite, and then regardless of whether this is real or fake, I will want to move Altina down one space and do 2 repositions, one with Micaiah and one with Brunia. That will allow me to smite Altina up the right-hand side on the next turn, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Give a quick reposition with Micaiah, and then I can actually get Brunia all the way over to the left-hand side, which is how I'm going to kick things off. Altina can pick up the duo's hindrance structure, and then next turn what I'm going to do is move Naga to the space below Brunia, and that's going to allow her to smite Brunia up next turn so she can start fighting the enemies. Let me go ahead and do that. I can actually just hit end turn. Alright, so to kick things off, actually, I think the first thing I need to do here is activate Micaiah's dominance duo skill. That, thankfully, Altina destroying the duo's hindrance structure allows me to do that. And then I can smite Brunia up. Unfortunately, she's not going to be able to one-hit KO the Norn, although she does take more damage than I calculated. I'm not quite sure why that was. Oh, wait. First, she's not really getting a whole lot of stat bonuses there. And, oh shoot, you know what? She doesn't take Dark Shrine because I gave Plumeria's Refresh to Naga, which gave her field buffs, increasing her physical defenses. That is my mistake there. Oversight on my part. Oh well, fortunately, during my calculations, she had a very large cushion on the Bramamon fight, and Leaf does have drawback, so he moves after the refreshers since they are closer to targets. So after Bramamon also deals a lot more damage than I was calculating, I am going to need to do some review on my planning process, because those are some pretty egregious errors I made there. Anything more, and this probably would have been a loss. Okay. Fortunately, it didn't matter. There was enough cushion that Brunia was able to survive. So let me go ahead and take out the Sylvia, and then I'll give her a refresh. And I believe I should be able to have her take out the Azura if I have Naga smite Brunia onto that trap. I forget if that was real, and I don't really feel like taking thinking time just to find out if a trap I tested was real or fake, when I could very easily just do this. So, okay, looks like it was fake. Oh well. Thanks, brain. Try harder to remember that next time. And after this, I will have Micaiah reposition Brunia out to safety. Leaf should advance. I'm not sure if he's going to go to the straight right or right down. Okay, so it looks like he goes right down. Micaiah can pick off the Aether Raids, and Brunia should be able to finish the job.
Burn will triumph.
And that is it. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Aether Raids Offense. Next week, we will be going back into Light Season. I will be using Erica as my bonus unit. She'll basically just be a smite bot. I actually did have her at one point outfitted to run Quicken Pulse Gale Force for Water Seasons. But Sita's taking up the Quicken Pulse Seal now with her Mixed Phase Gale Force kit. So, unfortunately, that's not an option. We'll have to see how it all turns out. I don't really expect her to be doing a whole lot of fighting. At any rate, I hope to see you back in a week for an Aether Raids Offense video covering that experience. I did bring up the possibility last week of starting a new, I guess it would be a new series, showcasing all of the battles that were not featured in Aether Raids Offense. I think you can expect to start seeing those on Tuesdays beginning next season. So do look forward to that. That is all I have for you this week. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.